Hi, Andy Snyder, Mud Puppy Pottery here in Vermont, and we are going to do some slip trailing. I've got some plates that I threw, and I have not cut them off the bat. They'll need a fair amount of trimming, but you can see that they're attached. That's fairly important. They're just about leather hard, sort of a soft leather at this point. It's a nice red clay that I used, about 5 pounds of clay actually. Made plates for years and then realized use a little more clay, trim a little bit more, you'll come up with a better product. But this is a fun project to do, and let's give credit where credit is due. Robin Hopper, who's been my mentor for many years, taught me how to do this. Robin, remarkable potter from Victoria, British Columbia. First, let's start with, this is all slip trailing. So we have 3 different colors of slips. We're going to impregnate the entire bottom of this piece with a white slip, and then with these simple irrigating syringes, we have a real nice blue and a black that we're going to do. So the first thing we do is pour enough slip on that we can move it around and coat the entire bottom. We're going to need more than that. Let's go just about like so. That's about the consistency of, I don't know, sour cream. But we're going to bring that right up. We can wipe off the edges. But let's go right around that edge in a fairly even fashion. This is why you need it attached to the bat, don't you know? Once you get there, you're going to get that excess off. And that's probably the trickiest part. So right over container. Dimple right here. There we go. Get that right off. And while you're doing this, it sort of smooths it out a little bit as well. And since it's sort of leather hard, you can take a sponge to the edges and you can get all of that off. Here we go. It's starting to happen. I'll show you this way. There we go. Let's get the dam built up here. There we go. Okay, so just a moist sponge, you go right around that rim, bring it right back down to the red clay that's underneath it. I think, and let that dry a little bit and clean it up nicely when you're trimming the piece. Alright, let's move that over there. Hi, so you saw one technique of slip trailing. Let's try another one. And this one, you need some very specific tools. A wet feather, that'll do. Perhaps you can recognize an old porcupine quill. It's something that's got a nice tip to it. Might even have a couple of edges on the back. You might like that. So again, I have a nice white background on my canvas on this plate. And let's start making a couple of lines. Take the black slip. so. There's 4 of those. Let's take the blue slip. Get that to work. Sure. For my purposes, doesn't have to be exact. You'll see why